from that situation, okay? No, because I don't want, you know, I want it over with now, guys, okay? We'll move on to the next video. Or actually, 1 minute, guys, I'll be back.
How many times do I say that these creators who are supposed to be friends can do these conversations off TikTok? Like, why do they have to do it all on live publicly for everyone to see? It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself every day, Luke.
And she's got a great show and she's been through a lot, but I wouldn't give somebody a voice that...
Also, why has he gone live on sub only? To talk about it afterwards. Money gaining, as always.
...mocked a member of her family's. That's just who I am. That's
Hi, Jane.
who I am. So the comments wanted... Billy to reply. I won't be in that live when he replies because I think he's an utter disgrace. I don't like...
So just do that. If you don't want to hear or see him, just leave. How many times do I say this to people? You don't have to put yourself through that torture of watching and listening to someone. It is the internet. Just leave. It's fucking... Oh my God, look at the state of it.
The guy, I don't like him.
Thank you, Jane.
Yeah, I'm just not going to mod anymore. That's it.
Good.
I love Miss Red. We've been friends for 2 years, but I'm not going to mod for her anymore. Yeah, that's just how I feel. Thank you for... I'm not doing this for subs, guys. I'll be on, but that's why I was a little bit upset. Like, you're giving a voice to somebody who has done and said the worst on the app.
Exactly.
He's done and said the worst to women.
Thank you, Jane.
Yeah.
He's done and said the worst to women. He's done and said the worst to women. Not Luke. Billy, apparently. Because I'd never even heard of Billy till the other day. Luke repeatedly calls EQ easy, implying that she's an... Said I've got STIs, insulted my appearance, talks on my personal life, talked on Rosie's appearance, but Billy's said and done the worst to women. Luke, I think you're just in the closet and you're mad about it and you take it out on everyone else.
I know she didn't want to look biased, I know. I know she didn't want to look biased. I get it. I get Miss Red. She didn't want to look biased, that's fair enough. But
firing up a live straight away, why not ring your beloved best friend and speak to her? Because you don't actually like her. You're just trying to take a platform. You've been doing it for a long time. Everyone sees straight through it.
My friendship with Red is more important than an FYP room. So I'm just not going to mod in the room anymore. I'm just not going to mod. I'm going to refuse to mod. No, I'm not falling out. I will never...
You don't have to refuse to mod. Take the door. Go. Go, take it off the hinges and take it with you. I don't think she gives a fuck. You fucking control freak.
All out, but like, I would never put somebody in a box that mocked a member of her family. I wouldn't do it. That's all I'm saying. Guys, you don't have to sub. I'm just coming on because I did do wrong. I should have let... It's her room at the end of the day. It's not my room.
Thank you, Lisa.
It's not my room, it's her room. So when I have people in my box in the future and I let people into my live in the future, like I've made mistakes, I have made mistakes letting people in boxes, like I've made mistakes before, nobody will now tell me who to put in boxes. I will not be putting... So no one can ever come at me for putting someone in my box.
She stirs the fucking pot.
He's such a control freak. This man, there's a reason why he is single and alone and miserable. Because nobody could ever love that.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
Thank you, MT, darling. No one could ever love that. Ever. This man is the man that your parents warn you away from. The one that your dad begs you to leave because he treats you so badly and you don't see it. And I don't know how Simon can sit there and allow Red to get treated the way she does by him. It's crazy. Because I know for a fact if he was my friend, which he would never be, he would never ever get that privilege. All my friends would be warning me off from him, saying we're having nothing to do with him. My family would be saying your friend is horrible. Why are you being friends with them? The stuff, Claire, respectfully, shut the fuck up and piss on. Sorry. I just like to go. I'm in a mood today. Yeah. I just think that I don't know what he's trying to do. You know, all she did was get someone in the box. If you don't want to hear what that man has to say because you've got personal issues with him, then leave and come back when he's out of the box. Say to someone, message your best friend Cockapoo as well, and say, look, just drop me a text when he's gone because I don't want to listen to him. I can't stand him. It would be that easy. But to make a big drama and then go live sub only about it, trying to monetize off the fact that you're a control freak is crazy. Get help. You need it. Get help immediately. It's insane. I honestly, nothing would ever make me like this man ever.
Two-faced, you are reliant, you are fake. You're not a nice person. Yes, I have said loads about you, Luke, and I will continue to do so because, well, I'm allowed an opinion on what you do and say. What you do and say on a public platform.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Thank you, Danielle, for the subscription. We're all allowed an opinion on anybody. There's nothing wrong with it. We're allowed to have opinions.
And in a public place, I have well within my rights to comment and speak on, just like you would. And however...
I'm sorry, but who's that woman on the picture in the background? What the fuck? I've only just noticed that.
Just wait for this when I'm back from the holidays. You just wait. I'm coming for all of you. Every single one of you. Because the fact is, you don't like what I've got to say. It's nothing to do with you not liking me. You just don't like what I've got to say because you know I'm bang on the fucking money. And that's the issue. Because the fact is, half of the things you called out are things we've already called out fucking time ago anyway. Because you are that slow and inept. You know. But I like knowing that obviously I enraged you a little bit, innit? Thank you for telling me that I enraged you, because now you've just played right into my hands and told me what you don't like. Why don't you just tell me the rest of your dislikes while you're at it? I might just go through them all. Luke, you don't scare me, you don't intimidate me, you're a nobody. You're literally a nobody. Like, shut this app down, no one lives to care, really. To be quite honest with you. And I know you'd be sat here on your little fake now. Oh yes, Bride's arrest will be up shortly, so when that's up I will drop a video on that. If you don't know what I'm talking about regarding Bride, go and check out the last two videos, because we do the stuff that Luke the judges, the misreads and the all them lot, that we do all the stuff they can't do because they're doing that, right? Can I play a video on Chippy's false allegations? You can tag me in it if you want, and I will get into it. I've just got to be a little bit careful with this one. I've got another account. I can go live on the tablet, but it's going to look like a potato if I go live on it.
Deletes that.
Do you know what? With Luke, his anger actually, like, it worries me how he loses it so quickly over little things, especially when he works around animals. Like, you all know me, I'm a massive animal lover. I just feel like he's maybe using that flogger a bit too hard on them horses when Miss Red's upset him. Do you know what I mean? I'm concerned for them horses' safety. And that's the only thing that really comes to mind with me is him around them animals when he's got such a bad temper. Because if when someone displays that behaviour on live, imagine what they're like when the camera's not on. Like, that's all I can say, because I've been around multiple men that are like that, where they'll put a front on publicly, but then behind the scenes they're not so nice. And he's doing it publicly. So just imagine what happens when he's struggling to train a horse, or a horse isn't doing what he wants it to do. So justice for them horses. Justice for Miss Red as well. Miss Red, I'm worried that you're going to have a stalker. I think you need to run away. He's saying he's got bipolar. It's funny, isn't it, how when they get caught out or they've done something wrong, they've got something. You've never mentioned having bipolar before, Luke. But we all see you drunk every day. You're on the buzz balls every day. It's just concerning to me, like extremely concerning. Yeah, he is. It's just wild. Thank you, Randall's darling.
Hello.
Hello, darling. I won't be getting the holy water out for you because we love you. For you.
So the girl who has gone to prison,
Yes.
her name on here was It's Your Girl Katie. So I've confirmed
Alicia's 100% right in what she says by this as well.
this. I've gone back through videos where she's been tagged on her old name, clicked on it, and it's come up with what her account name is now. So everyone, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to say who she gifted or anything because I'm not trying to,
I will if you want me to.
But she was a big gifter on this app for certain people. But it's not Alice. Everyone, I'm really sorry. I've checked it out and it's definitely not her. Unless she had another account that she made to gift DQ on.
Thank you, Gary.
But she was like a level 40, 41 anyway before she turned her badge off because she had stopped gifting. Obviously, like now everyone knows. But yeah, it's not her.
Oh. Alexa, play Who the Fuck is Alice?
I'm in the bath as well, by the way, everyone.
I'll get a profile up in a second because obviously she's changed the username since then when she stopped gifting. So I'll get a profile up and show you that it is her because I know who it is.
Are you?
I've had my camera on for a uni.
What is this? Alexa, off! Why does this Alexa do me dirty every time when I'm trying to get on a roll?
I don't know what your Alexa's doing.
Alexa is my biggest troll. See you, yeah, Alexa? I know you're my biggest troll, yeah? And I'm going to the police about you, Alexa.
So yeah, the hunt for Alice continues, everyone.
Yes.
There doesn't need to be a hunt for Alice. Just leave the woman on her own. Just let her do a thing.
Worry, Alice, people will track you down, absolutely.
Right, I'm going
I don't know why, but, TikTok for you. Thank you, Alicia, for the
Bye. And bun back.
Guys, it's like, do you remember John Chelsea that was gifted CLA and everyone was super invested in who John Chelsea was? It's TikTok for you, innit? Do you know what I mean? So it's what people do. Personally, I think people have got too much time on their hands and they need to just leave everybody alone. Alexa, play Who the Fuck is Alice?
Alice, who the is Alice by Taxido on
Because we still
Amazon
don't
Music.
know. Right, guys, I'm going to play this song. Everybody clap your hands, wave around, and we're going to see the show after this song. All right, guys, because we don't know who Alice is, so we nearly got there. Thank you, Sabrina. I don't think I'm Alice. Ow, demons!
Oh my god, demon! There's no D at the end of demon. I don't know if the fumes from the hair dye have gone to your head or what, but fucking hell, is it that hard to understand?
Ow!
She's got reasons, but I just don't wanna know. 'Cause for 24 years I've been living next door to Alice.
Stirs the fucking pot.
So obviously Luke's gone live. Room temperature IQ, literally. What the fuck? I think Luke went live, didn't he? Here we go.
So in
Let's
May-
listen to Luke and then I'm going to show you Katie's account.
So we all know from the 5th of May...
Because even after Alicia said this, even Luke doesn't have the brain capacity to comprehend that it's not Alice. He's still trying to run with it because his motive in all this is to out Alice so she stops gifting because she clearly wants to remain anonymous. So they think, we find out who she is, tell everybody, and then she'll stop gifting EQ, and then EQ loses money. Get a life.
Till the 13th of May, was it? Alice disappeared. Alice disappeared. Am I right, chat? Alice disappeared, right? The story that came out
Janet, he's absolutely right in his mind, not anyone else's.
is that her card had been frauded. The card had been frauded. On the 13th of May, this woman was arrested.
Thank you, Randall's darling.
Around about that week, if you go back in your mind, Alice disappeared. No more gifting. The card had been frauded. It was fraud. Alice will be back. You think that's a coincidence? Gracie and EQ also got private number plates done. The woman worked for car hire and private number plates. It's too much of a coincidence for me. It's too much of a coincidence for me. I'm sorry. Yeah? Them two get private number plates done. And
Miss Marple is off.
The woman that's being done's got private number plates.
Who the fuck? He's crazy. My private number plate, I just bought it online. Took all of 2 minutes to purchase, and then I got the documents through, and then I got the plates made. You don't have to know somebody who works at somewhere to fucking get one.
The week of the 13th of May, Alice disappeared and there's been fraud on their card, which this woman, if she was Alice, would have turned round and said to EQ, oh yes, I am going to keep gifting you. I am going to keep gifting you. But there's been some fraudulent on my card and it's been stopped. That's what she probably told EQ. And that's why I believe it is Alice. Too many coincidences. The time of the disappearance of Alice, which was in the second week of May, she disappeared. The story of the fraud card and the private number plates. And the woman does private number plates and car hire. Come on! How much of a coincidence could it be?
Guilty. Yeah.
Paul said this is what Luke's number plate says.
So it's quite quick, isn't it? 3 weeks.
Well, no, because if you plead guilty, you don't need a trial.
No, but
That's honestly, Angie, it's normal.
Angie, you're not a court of law. Chill out.
What is the court of law? What I'm trying to say to you, Sarah.
Right, I'm going to have to call because my Uber's here, guys.
Alright, take care.
Let me mute then. Let me mute. 1 minute, I'll mute.
What I'm trying to say is, yeah.
Exactly right. She had these plates before when Corey was telling everyone where she lived, and that was before Alice was even on the scene.
Regardless of what she pleads, yeah, guilty or not guilty, she'll still have to go to court regardless.
Angela, when's the last time you went to court?
No, listen, Corey.
Well, Sweetie Queen got arrested 2 weeks ago and she's in court on the 13th. So Sweetie Queen, our herbal friend, got arrested 2 weeks ago. She's in court on the 13th.
Thank you, Milky.
Listen, I know.
When was the last time you went to court?
I know more about the law than you, Corey.
No, you don't, Angela.
Listen, she don't just plead guilty to a police officer and that's it. She still has to go to court.
And again, when she goes to court and the court...
Oh, Corey, it's not. It's always the Corey show, isn't it? Can I speak, please?
Because you think you know the law and you don't.
Can you just have for a second, yeah?
You don't know the law.
Oh
Brett's
my God, I
loving
know
this
more
clout.
the law about
You're
you just
embarrassing
because
yourself,
I'm a
woman.
police officer.
Stop.
Can I speak, yeah? Regardless of what you plead, yeah?
Insult.
That's not the Corey show, yeah?
It's not the Angela show either.
Speak, yeah?
Right,
Regardless
guys,
of what
I'm
you
going because
plead,
I don't
yeah?
get this. I'm sorry.
Whether it's guilty
Take care,
or not
Sarah.
guilty, you still have to go to court.
Yeah.
Yeah, the difference
Their
in
evidence
pleading
was already
guilty,
there, yeah.
The difference in pleading guilty, yeah, you go to court without a trial. Pleading not guilty, there's no trial. That's the only difference. Yeah, the judge gives you a sentencing. You plead guilty, but you still have to go to court. That's quite short, 3 weeks.
Do you think the courts are extremely busy, Angela?
Well, it usually takes months.
Right.
Pick up Claire.
Oh, look, you scared her away, Corey.
You scared her away by trying to interrogate her and make her out as if she was lying.
Well, that's what I remember. She's only going to lie anyway. Do you know what I mean?
She's a liar.
She hasn't requested, guys.
Guys, we got past Angie, no problem. We need 80, 90. We need 3k to get in the top 10. Can we?
Thank
do
you
that
for the
and share
treasure
it
box,
back?
darling. Make
Yes,
sure you all
you.
thank Milky if you get a coin,
She's not
guys.
requested in her.
That's because she's in my box.
Oh.
Whoa. Fucking hell.
The blaster, big up the blaster.
Thank you.
Thank you, the blaster.
Why is the lies being told so, like,
There's only one person that spins lies on this app. Well, actually, that's not right. That is a lie. You're one of the many people, Easy, that tells lies on this app. Can we pin the blaster?
See, look, once again, calling a woman easy. After he has just sat there and said that Billy's the one who bullies women, he is now doing it in the same breath, pretty much.
Please, Easy, you're one of the people that do tell lies on this app constantly to get to suit your narrative.
Who has said this is Alice to begin with? That's crazy. Alice in her 40s, she's mixed race, she's got one child, she lives in London. How is this?
You more?
You know I love it. But they're not. So this is Corey, yet again, making storylines up.
It wasn't Corey, it was the woman that jumped in the box. Can we pin who sent the subs, and can we pin
thank you, Max.
Jack and Julie and Jack, please? I call you Jack and Jill all the time, I am sorry. So the woman jumped in the box, it wasn't Corey. As much as I'd love to blame Corey, it wasn't Corey, it was the woman that jumped in the box.
And you're full
Corey, yet again.
I'm not actually
You
falling for
are,
it.
you look
I'm not.
ridiculous again. And what are you going to do now?
Thank you, Shaggy.
You look so stupid again because you're listening to Corey. Canadian Angie's right about you. You're a loser now.
Yeah.
First of all,
You're
I've
a
not
loser,
believed any of it.
honestly. You believe You're absolutely
Rembo, it's just my opinion. Big up Sammy for the coral. Get pinned, my darling. Thank you, Lee. Harold Shipman, what are you doing in here? Jan, can we pin everyone new mods as well? Thank you, Gypsy. Calling him Corey's not a loser.
Another friend. Lies.
Listen. Have you done a listen or just listen to your own voice?
Unfortunately, EQ, Corey gets more numbers than myself, Angela, Zach, and you. So Corey is a somebody on the app, and you can't stand it. You hate the fact that he is on par with Misread. Obviously, Misread gets 4.2 daily when you're not cam 2ing her. So Misread is the queen of the app, but numbers-wise, Corey is in second. So you hate the fact that Corey has surpassed you. He does the same as gifts as you. He gets the same views as you. You were on about that he's gone past me. I love doing my sub lives in the morning and with my subs, and I love coming on and getting 2.5k to 3.2.
Spreadsheets.
I love it. Yeah, and I love it. And
It's obsessive and it's weird. The fact that he knows how many views she has shows that he goes in watching her. Earlier on, we were cam 2 Misread this morning, and he went straight. Levi said, "Should we salt and pepper?" And I was like, "Yes." And then he went straight over either text Misread or put it in a chat saying that we would report her. I don't give a shit. I'll do it every day.
I surpassed you.
I've got 3 accounts report me. I'll just go on another one.
In views, you and Zach, months and months ago, and you can't stand it, the pair of you. You can't stand it. So he's not a loser. You're the one that's numbers have gone down and not up. So Corey's have gone up and stay consistent.
The thing is, EQ, you listen to your own voice. Not once have I said I believed it. I've said multiple times, well, let's not run with it because we don't know if it's...
Right, let's just get one thing straight, right? So, they want to find out who Alice is so desperately. They say there's 2 sides of TikTok. There's their side, which are sort of all rainbows and butterflies and so lovely. And then there's the dark side that apparently the rest that don't agree with them are on. I don't believe there's 2 sides. I think you've made a divide because you can't handle people not liking you. If I'm on the dark side, I'm on the dark side. I don't give a shit. But there's no Cobra calls between all us saying, let's bring this creator down this week. Or as Luke would say, curator. There's nothing like that. We barely speak. I spoke to Deadwings off TikTok for the first time today. The first time I've ever spoke to him. I've never spoke to Zach off the app, and I've spoke to EQ off the app maybe. 1 conversation on text at one point, and then a phone call once. And that's it. There's no conversations going. We have our own platforms. We do our own thing. If we feel like we need to defend each other because that side do something wrong, then we will, because it's the right thing to do. They always try to find out who these gifters are for some reason. They're doing it to Alice. They did it with Zia. As soon as they had Zia's identity, or that side of TikTok, making accounts, posting all her personal information about her family. And it's not in an attempt because they dislike Zia. It's an attempt because they dislike the people that these people support. So in their head, they're thinking, oh, I go for Zia, she'll stop gifting Sophie, and then Sophie loses out. That will never happen. Me and Zia have a friendship off the app. EQ and Alice have a friendship off the app. It doesn't work like that. My throat's killing. We do not just use people for gifts. Because Zia was supporting Miss Red not long ago, and I even said to her, I don't know why you're falling for the act. Because she felt sorry for her. Because she thought she was getting bullied. And now Miss Red's showing her true colours. And obviously Luke has as well. She supported Luke in the past. But as soon as she stops gifting them, they're nasty to her. And they're like, oh, you're controlling, you this and that. She's never once tried to control me. If she even tried, I'd tell her where to stick it. I'd say, don't you dare tell me what to do on my platform. You know what I'm like. I say it as it is. She's never once tried to do that. And I'm the one that's got the loosest lips. I'd say it if she did. And this is what's crazy. And it's like Miss Red saying today, she played the clip of me saying that about not having a friendship with her, and then she was like, you had a call with me and we spoke about personal things. Yes, we did, Miss Red. And did I come on live and tell everybody your personal information when I decided I didn't like you anymore? No, because that's not how I move. I don't do stuff like that. But you do that. And she said in the clip, she said, I don't do that, do I, guys? I don't. She was reading out messages from Vixer saying, oh, you know me, I don't show personal messages. Well, you did. You did with Zach. You've done it numerous times with other people, so don't act like your shit don't stink. Now I'm going to show you all who Katie is. So Katie, the lady who's in jail. I don't even know anything about John Chelsea, but look at when Chelsea had that Noah clue and they're like, it's Ronnie, it's this and that. Fuck knows who it is, but who cares? She's made money, she's happy, let her be happy. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. She doxed DQ to only Tony. Who did? He belittles everybody. That's the thing. Oh, Red did. I don't know who only Tony is. But this is what gets to me, right? Is that if these supporters don't have their own pictures and they don't have all their fucking, if they don't have their full name, their date of birth, their address on the profile, they want to know who it is. It's weird. Does it matter? Who cares? Just be happy for other people instead of trying to put other people down all the time. But they can't be happy for anyone else because their lives are so miserable. They have to take it out on everyone else. Right, this is Katie. And you'll see by her profile picture that it's her. So this is a lady that's gone to jail. Obviously, she looks slightly different because she's not got her glasses on. But this is her. Now, I know this because some people she gifted I'm actually friends with or have spoke to on the app previously. But you can blatantly see in the picture that that is her. She's obviously changed the username since. So, can we stop the speculation? It's not Alice, it is Katie, aka Catherine. She used to be under It's Your Girl Katie. Alicia was 100% right with that. This is her account. She's changed the username when she stopped gifting. But you can blatantly see that's her. When she was gifting, she didn't have her own pictures on. She didn't show what her face looked like or anything kind of makes sense, because maybe she worried someone that knew in real life would see, and, you know. But that's her. This is her profile. Full stop, Katie_XO. No, this isn't Alice. This is Katie. I don't know how it's not drilling in people's heads. Like, it is not Alice. She was gifting Taxi Uncle. She was gifting Reese Worldwide. She was gifting It's Your Boy Matty. That is who she's nothing to do with Alice. I don't know how much more people need to put it in their head. No one needs to know who Alice is. This is the girl who's gone to prison. She's told multiple stories to creators saying that, because when they were wondering where she got the money from, because they knew what she did for a job, she'd said that she'd inherited it and she didn't want it, and that's why she was spending it, because they were saying, you know, why don't you buy a house with it? Why don't you do this? She's like, no, I don't want it. That because it wasn't the case. She was using the business card to top up a TikTok account. And it's crazy how people are still running with it, that they think it's someone else. That is who it is. I know it because I've sat in boxes with her over a year ago when I first came to the app, because I was on that side of TikTok. It's not going to get spoken about on that side of TikTok because them creators don't want it to be on them that, you know, people giving them hate saying you have stolen money, blah, 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 because it's not the creator's fault at all. You don't know where the money's coming from. Anyone who's gifted me tonight, I don't know where the money's come from. You could have took out a loan to send me a gift for all I know. And so you can't put that on the creator who received the funds. But they're all spinning this narrative that EQ's blackmailed Alice to just steal this money. Like, it's crazy. She's not Alice. She's Katie. She's Catherine. It's insane. So I know obviously people want the entertainment. It looks exactly like her. That's right. Let me get a picture of her up. That's her without her fucking glasses on. I can't believe I have to do this because people are just brain dead. Right. Bear with me. Okay. This is painful. Right. You can blatantly see that is the same woman. She's just not got her fucking glasses on and she's got makeup on. She's from St. Helens. People know her off the app that she's gifted. Come on, guys. I'm sure if people looked hard enough and they found maybe social media, they'd be able to figure out that that's her. Oh, literally rubes. That's what they think. Yeah, exact same eyes, everything. But the fact that Luke is still running with the narrative, so he doesn't even trust his own friends who are telling him that's not her. He's still trying to make some crazy story up to get views, to get everyone talking. And that's the worst part, is that you're trying to get people to talk about it, to try put dirt on other people's names, when that's nothing to do with who it is. It's crazy. Luke needs a hobby. Exactly, because it is her. I've sat in boxes with her before. That's why when I heard Alicia say a name, I said, hang on a minute, I know that name. And then I rang somebody who I used to sit in boxes with her and asked him, and he told me everything. He said, yeah, it's her. We've all known for ages, but obviously no one spoke about it, and now it's all over the app because people think it's someone else. It's crazy what people do. So there you go, guys. The thing is, right, if you don't drink alcohol and you keep your wits about you, you can do this. So, you know, let's see how they react tomorrow to that. Because that's her. 100, I would bet my life and my children and my car, my home, everything I own that is her, because I know it is, because I've associated with her on this app before. Just when she was gifting, no one knew it was her, because she didn't have a picture of her on a profile until after. No, they won't. They'll just act like this never happened, and that they can still run with their crazy stories. It does mean it's not Alice. Oh my God, Angela, are you okay? Fucking hell. She was never on like drama side of TikTok. She was on like the battle side, gifting in box battles, gifting, and the people she gifted were all like the pretty boy men. You can tell what it was for. Like it was like she fancied him or whatever. You know, she had 2 kids. One had special needs. She was at home bored. She probably liked the attention she was getting off these men that were good-looking men. That's what she did. She's not just going to randomly go in EQ's live under a whole different name and start gifting. That's crazy. Right, so because a troll account called Sarah Evans, who trolls all the time, has said that they're Alice's neighbour, you believe that? She took nearly 350k using their card. Like, sometimes she was topping up like £20,000 at a time, and people were like, how's she got this much money? But no one really questioned it, because she said that she'd inherited it. So people were like, what the hell? Like, she must have inherited this money. She didn't just take herself on holiday. She paid for a creator to go on holiday as well a couple times, I think. That's just speculation though, but yeah, £20,000 recharge, imagine. I honestly, it's insane. Yeah, it could just be Alice's like distant cousin or something. Maybe that's why she's got all the money. Do you know what I mean? But they'll just run with anything. But obviously this woman is doing her time now, and she knows she's in big shit for it. That's her username. There you go, guys. I think she just wanted to... No, she was not involved with Diadra. No, it was like the battle side, not like Diadra's weird side. I don't know if she slept at night either. Like, doing that and then not knowing whether you're gonna get caught the next day is crazy. Like, you could literally get caught any day. But obviously when she got caught, she just left her job and never came back. But you know, you've got the information now, guys, so you'll be happy now. Now, can we stop going for supporters? Anybody who's gifting, can we stop trying to out their identities, because that's strange. It's just crazy to me. I think she got 28 months or something, I'm not sure. My cousin sold 150k off her nan and she acted not. What the hell? Some people just don't. What the fuck? I couldn't sleep at night. Yeah, she does have 2 small children. I think her sister's got them now while she's in jail. The thing is, like, yeah, I do 28. I was literally saying that the other day. Yesterday I was saying, God, 22 years in jail. You only have to do half of it, so it'd be just over a year. And you don't have to pay it back. Fucking hell, it sounds worthwhile, doesn't it? You wouldn't earn that in a year, would you? Right, what's Canadian Angie ranting about?
And then I replied back with, LOL, am I alright to come back in your live? And she replied back with, do you really think I care about these people? As in the people in her live. But even if I showed that, people that do support her won't care. Because they will still support her, even though she has categorically said that she doesn't care and it's all a monetary gain. They will not care.
Yeah. No, I think people will care.
Do you think? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll send it all to you, and you play it all, because I don't care. I've got nothing. I don't care.
I'll play it. I had enough of her. She can't sit there and deny she was ever in the server. We heard you. She can't sit there and deny she talked on a child being raped at the age of 6 and saying it's dark humor. We heard you. It's no more. It's not anymore. Oh, it was made up. We heard.
Yes, Sarah.
You. We saw you in the box. We saw.
I'll send it all to you, babe. I will. And there's people in the chat that I don't even like. I know Claire now, and I know that I'm friends with other people now, but they are friends of yours. Like, I've become friendly with them from you guys, and they're saying in the chat they've seen it because I've sent it to them. And the issue that I had is I didn't know whether it was legal for me to be able to share messages, but people are telling me that it's okay for me to send them. What you do with it, I can ask you not to send it on, and what you do with it is up to you, especially you being in Canada. I'll send you it all. Just tell me how to send it all to you, and I will, because that's why she hasn't spoken to me. It's because of the stuff that I've got on her. I'll tell you another thing.
Did I not say that? Zia, did we not say this on the phone? That the reason Angie kept quiet about Miss Pineapple was because of what she had on her? Me and Zia literally said this on the phone the other day when it all kicked off. Thank you, Mrs. Cruz.
I had a conversation with her one morning, and I've got evidence of this. Again, the guys will tell you. I spoke to her one morning. She was frantic that she had a call the night before with who she told me she thought was Eternity. But it actually wasn't Eternity, it was Jay. So what she was doing is she was saying things to who she thought was Eternity. For an example, oh my God, it's raining tomorrow. And who she thought was Eternity was replying back with, So not speaking, but just, like agreeing with her. It wasn't until the morning that she realised that it was Miss J from the call log, that she was then frantic. She then, hey Sammy, darling, she then said to me, she was frantic. And I was like, And, why are you frantic? What are you frantic about? And then she told me a bombshell that I'm not going to say right now, but I will show you it. And she then told me a bombshell, amongst other things, and said, Jay heard all that. She heard it all. She's got all this information on me. I don't know what to do. And I was like, phone her. Like, she's not going to say anything about it if you explain the sensitivity behind it. What they did, I don't know. But again, I've got all of that, and I've got it, and I'll tell you why I've got it, and I'll admit to this. It's because she was so irate, I recorded that call. So she can't deny that. I've actually got that call. And the reason I've got that call is I didn't want her to start telling people that she thought she was on the phone to somebody else other than me when she was telling me. Do you understand? So I recorded it. So she can't say that she didn't know she was on the phone to me, because she kept saying, Pineapple, listen to me, please, listen. She knew who she was talking to. So I recorded that call so that I knew she couldn't then say she didn't think she was on the call to me. That was the only reason. And I've sat on it because it's not my story to tell. It's not my gossip to tell. But that's why she hasn't said anything, and that's why she's been friendly with me.
I think with her, like I said last night, I think most of us in here were in shock when we saw a video, a screen recording of her in a box saying it was okay or something along those lines. I think I've blocked it out, but anyone can go see it, about the rape of a 6-year-old child.
Yeah, it's disgusting, isn't it?
I think they're talking about something to do with PLM.
I've seen that. I saw that for the first time today as well. I didn't know that.
She cannot go in anyone's box and proclaim that everything is a lie and these things didn't happen. There's evidence of these things happening, which are disgusting. You said she protects children. No, you don't. No, you don't. You thought a 6-year-old getting raped was dark humor. I can't even talk about it. Like, I just can't. And then she's going around and she is a compulsive liar. Yeah. She's a compulsive liar. I don't have the words. I just woke up. I got a ton of messages she was in Red's box. I got the screen recording. I have no words.
Yeah, it's vile. It's absolutely vile. And the other thing is I've had 4 numbers of her, four telephone numbers. So, of course, out of all of them 4, see, now Jay's in here because she's heard Chinese whispers. Like, seriously, this is what happens on the app, is people listen to what people say rather
Get
than
in,
the truth.
loser, we're going
So
shopping. Thank you, Nikki, for the subscription.
4 numbers on her, on Angie.
I need a wee.
And I've got 3 of them were saved, and the last one I didn't bother saving. But why the reason I haven't come out with it, the other reason is, I don't know if you've got her numbers, is she'll say that they're not her numbers. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll screen record as well as send screenshots of the whole chat, including her number, and somebody on the app would have had her number to clarify that. But she will say that that's not her number.
I've got several of her numbers as well. But
Yeah,
again, it's just, for me, she's a vile, disgusting person. You talked on children. Again, I'm not going to get over that. She can't say she wasn't. And she came and she said I was going to unalive myself and all that. No, don't believe her. She's looking for sympathy. Because now her crap is coming up.
Yeah. There's no...
Yeah, no, don't anybody fall for this. I'm going to unalive myself. Don't. She's not. She's not.
She's not.
This is her game. No,
she's not. It's all a monetary gain to her, because when Angie first came on the app, she had nothing. And when she first come on the app, you've got people that will show you evidence. I don't know who they are, so I can't tell you who they are. Where they were giving her money to buy food for her dog, because her dog would only eat chicken or something or other. Again, I only know bits of it. She came on and had nothing. Now she's got money. She just thinks her sugar honey IT doesn't stink, and I'll send it all to you. And like I say, the guys in the chat that were your friends that are now friendly with me have seen the evidence. I'm already in a group chat and sent it all to them. I'll send it all to you. I don't care what you do with it.
It's just disgusting. Again, getting into Red's box and saying, "Oh, she always talks on me," and then Red said, "How did this happen?" I forget what she said, really, because again, my mind is just not understanding how she thinks at this point, with everything we've seen, that she has anywhere to say, "Oh, that's not true. This is not true." You can't do it anymore. It's done. You can't do it anymore.
No, you can't do it. No, you can't. And I don't have an opinion on Red. I don't like her, and I don't do like her. I'm not really bothered about her. But as soon as she went on her live, she was in Red's box, like absolutely fine with Red, and then she goes live and slates Red for having Billy in her box. But that's what Angie does. So Angie will have anybody in her box having a go at Red. So why is it good for one and not the other?
She had Billy in her box.
Yeah, she did. She did have Billy in her box.
But no one else can. She had Billy in her box, but no one else can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shock is I've got too much on her. And she can say I'm a liar. I don't really care. I'll send it all to you, and you do what you like with it. I don't want anybody to come to me. I don't want anybody to thank me for it. I don't care.
That's the worst part, Zia. People will just believe what they want to believe. They won't listen to what actually... Hi, Jason, darling. They won't believe the truth because in their head they don't want to believe that. And that's what I find crazy about this app. You could literally tell someone the sky's blue and they'll go, "Oh no, it's red." And they'll believe it because whatever their favourite creator says, they will just believe everything they say. It's so crazy.
She is saying, "I know these people in PLM. I don't have a clue who they are." There was only one person that I got.
PLM. She sat with PLM. We saw it. It's not a matter of anyone telling us.
We've
Claire. Seen it. We've heard it. So it's not a matter that we're running with a story. We've seen it. We've seen her saying it's dark humor, mocking. The rape of a 6-year-old child. Are you kidding me now? Are you kidding me?
No, I hear you. I hear you.
No longer get away with this anymore. She is a liar. She's such a liar.
I'll tell you one thing I don't understand is how I'm not talking about viewers, so I know that she will argue with her mods and she'll argue with them and then we all go back and stuff like that. Oh, thanks, Shannon. That's lovely. And stuff like that. But what I don't understand is when she is vile to creators. So whether it's Red or whether it's Corey, whoever, and they are...
The thing is with this, right? Oh, thank you, Jason, darling. The thing is with this is that you were still sat with her every day, Pineapple, but you're only saying this now because she's come out with what she's had on you. But rightly so, come out with what you've got on her. We all want to know the tea. Just like still do it, but just remember that you were friends with her and you sat on all this information as well, so you're both as bad as each other.
Vile to each other, although
Thank
I don't
you,
think Red's
darling.
been as vile to Ange. But nevertheless, I don't understand how two creators, where this is their job, are so vile to each other one day and then the next day they're friendly with each other. Well, I do know why. It's because it's all for monetary gain. She will allow anybody to be the most vile to her, and you all know who I'm talking about, but then the next day will be friendly with them, and it's only because she's gaining money.
Exactly, 100%. Her and Corey have probably come to an agreement to go as deep into each other for the drama and for the money. 100%.
Yeah, probably. But people are bored of it now, Angie. People are bored of it. They're waking up to it. And apparently there's a couple of other people that are getting stuff on her. I will, I'll send you what you want and I'll send it all to you and you do what you want with it.
All right, Pineapple.
All right, love. Right, I'm going to jump out and listen to you because it's Saturday, so it's the weekend. I'll listen to you.
I know. I had no
the chat scene.
The weekend, she's got clients coming around to get me.
I had no intention of coming live until I'd been sent all the stuff that she.
Oh, bless you. It's frustrating, isn't it? Because the thing is her audience, like, I don't care, but
Donna, what have you messaged me on?
They will think that I know this Dottie, who, according to her, was in PLM, which whether she was or not, I don't know. But I don't know her. And she didn't mod people up because of me, because she only modded Charlie, me, this Dottie, which I didn't even know about, and then this fake Lucy person. So she can't say she had loads of mods. And if any of them people want to admit it, you can see the mod, who's mod when you're on Clapper. So you can see who's mod. So anybody that's got the recordings will be able to see who the mods are. So she's crazy.
But why would Miss J have to go under a fake name to be modded?
Because I don't think she wanted her name to be on there as who she was. I think she just, to be honest with you, it wasn't a horrible thing. It was, oh my God, look at what she's doing. She's like got a great body. People can disagree with my opinion, but it was like, she's got a crack, fair play to her. If that's what you want to do, fair play to you. So it was, I didn't care about my username, but other people didn't want their they didn't want to use the same username as TikTok. Lots of people went over there with names not the same as TikTok.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's be honest, Ange.
So Miss J was watching the Clapper under a different name. It's all coming out now.
Who wants to be like, yeah, well, I went in there under my name and I watched her get her kit off. Like, no one's going to want to admit to that, I suppose. But I've already said Angie knows this, Jay. I've already said that she's aware of that. So I just don't think people went in with their name. It wasn't a horrible thing. And not one person did I speak to bitched about what she did. It was very much fair play to her at her age for doing what she was doing. It was never a horrible conversation, because I just think fair play, just fair play to her, because I do believe that. And I believe if she wants to do that, no one has a right to tell her she can't.
I agree. But then don't cry about it after.
Then don't cry about it, yeah.
Don't use it as these people are using it as revenge corn on you.
But she is affected by that, because she would phone me in hysterics. How do you cope with your job? How do you cope, Pineapple? Oh, these pictures, these family members are going to see it. And I would have to coach her and speak to her and just calm her down. And then she would talk about other stuff, which I'll send you. And yeah, she's genuinely, from my heart, she has got so much trauma. She needs help. She honestly, and that's the only reason I've had empathy for her for this long. And if the person that's in the chat was honest, we've had the same conversation. She needs therapy. She needs help, and the app is not going to give it to her. This is going to be the end of her. I'm telling you, it will, because she needs psychological help.
I don't feel bad for her anymore.
No, I don't. I'm done feeling bad.
What I couldn't say about a child, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm done feeling bad. I'm done with the empathy. I'm done with it all. I'm done. There's no way people share me her live when she's saying she's going to end things and she's absolutely hammered, and I'll go in there and get in her box, try and get her off, talk to her. No. There is nothing. She could be seconds away from the end and I wouldn't go in there. I have zero. I'm done.
Same.
Yeah, I'm done.
Go around and spew all this shit about other people. No, you're not going to get away with it anymore. You're just not getting away with it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, it was I don't care if she wants to be in PLM or whatever, and she said I was going to unalive. No, you weren't. Stop lying here. You weren't. When I heard that she mocked the grape of a 6-year-old child.
Yeah, you can't come back from that, can you?
You can't, no.
You
And
can't.
she can't deny it. She can't deny it. It's on a video. It's on screen recording. A lot more screen recordings are coming out about her when she was in PLM. And she was in PLM. It's just, I can't.
No, you can't. Somebody just said she ruins everyone's lives. In my opinion, she doesn't ruin everybody's lives, but she's so good at making you feel that not that she needs you, but that she has nobody. So without people making sure that she's okay, which is how I felt particularly, and
Exactly, because we're not on that part yet. It's not all about Marcus M's.
other people felt that if you, as in the sense of people bothering with her birthday, for example, she doesn't have anybody in the real life. And when you think about it, it's actually, I find that really sad, and that's the only reason why. Yeah, so the manipulation from her is to another level, and it's all for monetary gain. And somebody just said, what if she does end it? Truthfully, honestly, I couldn't care. I don't care. I honestly don't care.
No, I couldn't care less. And if someone's saying that, oh, they're going to push her to the edge to do this or do that, that's on her. That's on her and no one else.
It is on her. She's a 50-year-old woman. We're not talking about somebody who is young and hasn't experienced the world. She has enough life experience, and she has she's lived life. So, you know, all these things that she claims that she's done, she's lived it. So she knows.
Thank you, Jason.
Whether she wants to be on this planet or not. And if she doesn't want to be on this planet, we don't have a right to make her be here. And I truly believe that. And if that's what she wants to do, then so be it. You can't help somebody over an app, and even if you rock up at her house, she doesn't let you in. So how are you supposed to stop somebody that wants to do that? It's not nice, but you can't stop it.
No, and nothing that we're saying is affecting that at all. If she can't handle or come out and hold her hands up and say, look, you know what? Yes, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, and I'm sorry for it. And then, yeah, you can leave her alone and say, okay, look, like she says to everyone else, you know, put your hands up, blah, blah, blah. Then you do the same now, because her running around in people's boxes and lying and saying she was, we've heard your voice, we've seen the fucking recordings, we know what you said, you've talked on children and grape. It's done for me. Don't get in any box and start trash talking me when you've got nothing to say.
Yeah.
Don't start fucking scenarios of EQ or that we've been together. That's irrelevant. It doesn't even matter. She's saying, oh, she's trying everything. She's hanging on by a string for dear life because she's got nothing. She's got nothing. She is a vile, disgusting.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Lisa.
I got off this live last night in shock. I didn't know what to think anymore from what I heard in those screen recordings. It was just disgusting. And then she'll sit there and say, I protect children. You mocked the grape of a 6-year-old.
Yeah, let that sink in. Yeah, let that sink in. Somebody just said that she doesn't care about people, so why should you about her? And that actually, Angie, is absolutely the best statement. She does not care about anybody. She doesn't. I've heard stories where she said to people who are suffering with mental health, inbox me, I'll be there for you. And they've inboxed her and she's done nothing. She ignores them. It says seen and she doesn't reply. She cares about nobody and nothing other than making money, not realising you need to pay the tax man. And she doesn't pay the tax man. So she doesn't realise the more you earn, the more you pay. She thinks the more you earn, the more she can pay back her debt. It doesn't work like that. And that's the funny thing. But she's just, I would wish nothing more than her getting therapy, because everybody can have a bit of therapy in their life. It's good for the soul. And if she went and got therapy, I think people that have issues with her would let every single issue go by, but she won't, because the problem is everybody else and not her. Anyway, I'm jumping down. Send me a message and I'll send it all to you, Angie.
All right, Pineapple. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye, love.
Bye. Yes.
There is a part 3. Let's watch part 3.
I don't care. But no one's coming after me on any video saying how I'm mocking and having dark humor based on raping a 6-year-old child. That to me is the most disgusting thing. I have ever heard. Ever heard. And I'm not defending Evil Queen at all. She has said the worst of the worst. But when you have said things that you've said, you have no right to go back and talk about anyone else. Zero. No right at all. No right at all. It's awful. It's disgusting. No one in here, Miss J or anyone else, is going to sit here and defend that. Because if you do, you're just as bad as her. You're just as bad as her. You have children, and she's mocking the grape of a 6-year-old.
You can like whoever you like. I've got my own opinions of Canadian Angie, but you can like who you like, guys. You don't have to ask me for permission.
And it's not that we haven't seen it, or it's hearsay, or we just heard about it. We've seen it. She's in the video. She said it, where a woman gets in and loses her mind over it because she thinks it's dark humor.
I think the PLM thing, it was something to do with Purple Aki, wasn't it, at first? And that's why they had all the purple hearts and shit like that. And then it changed to Peddalo Lives Matter. So I'm assuming it's just supporting pedalos.
Not dark humor. That's not
it's
dark
like
humor.
A community for them all to gather together and be pedalos together, I'm assuming. And I have my own opinion on this because personally I feel like the more these creators talk about it, I get they're raising awareness for the bad side of it, but they're also advertising it to these pedalos to know they've got a safe space to go to, which I find really weird as well at the same time. It's a bit of like a situation.
So she wants to go around and say trivial things about me. I don't care. Talk all you want. I don't care.
Yeah, they're promoting it.
I couldn't care less.
That's exactly what I think, Lisa. They're promoting it by talking about it. And this is why I'm just a bit like, Like, anybody that will do anything to a child deserves the electric chair, in my opinion. If not without the wet sponge on their head, I want them to be frazzled.
Because to me, you are scum. You are dirt. Everything that's come out of her mouth with the clapper and red and the revenge corn. And no, man, you do it. You play it for sympathy and for money, and everyone's caught on. And you've got nothing to cling on to. You've got Corey to cling on to. Who she paid, by the way, not to show Billy's exposure on Smiles. She gave him a lion, I think, yes, a lion and a universe. I'm utterly just disgusted. I'm shocked. I never would have ever thought she would have been that person, but she is that person. And I know nothing on here should shock me anymore, but that shocked me. It shocked me. That's not dark humor. That's sick. There's something wrong in her head. Period. Like, period. I don't even know what to say. Jumping into people's boxes and saying, oh, why did this happen? Tell the truth.
But she's boring me now. So here, I found this clip.
Okay, let's not do 3-on-1. Listen, all you people are saying 3-on-1. Why don't one of you fucking boombox supporters get in the box then? Why don't you not get in the box in the comments?
Big up PLM.
Listen, this is why I rate Angie. This is why I like Angie. It's because she believes in free speech. She ain't about none of that. Like, at the end of the day, it's just words, innit? You know what I mean? It's not on Angie.
If someone does feel bullied, they can come out of the box. You know what I mean?
So you don't think Angie, do you don't think that she just bullied my child?
Well, that's what I'm
We're
saying.
not bullying it.
Keep the kids out
She
and
did.
you know and stuff.
No,
but
no, I'm bullying you about her, but I'm not bullying her.
No, but even... Okay, let's not do 3-on-1. Listen, all you people...
So that's Angie sitting in with them all in her box, which is wild. I think she said as well the other night that she was in... Did she say she was in the Discord just to be nosy? Like, that's crazy.
Of course not. This woman here is not any association with PLM. Yes, she may have sat in a live where a member had come in because she was friends of friends. Doesn't mean nothing. Everyone, once upon a time, has been in a live where there's probably been a PLM member in a box or stuff. Doesn't make you a part of it. If that's the case, then
This is why I don't get in boxes, because there's no chance in hell you will catch me sitting with people that do stuff like that. I think Alex is wrong there. I don't think everybody has sat with her at some point. That's insane to even say that.
Ringleader. Angie's absolutely the ringleader. If that's the case, if we're going to go on, that's how
I don't open boxes, Jason, darling.
And that's how PLM people are.
Cat was PLM coming in.
Branded. Dottie's 100% not PLM. How you doing, Cat? You know, so if you're gonna listen to delusive Angie while she's accusing other people of being PLM, all I'm gonna say to you is now, Angie is absolutely. She's got the cloak, she's got the cane, she's even got the throne. If you're gonna go on that as branding, that's all I'm saying. Just to let you know. Like I said, I'm not gonna have people accused when I know for a fact it's not true.
Rachel.
It's like I even said, don't believe Angie was in the server. No, I don't. You know? Because what you need to understand is, what you also
Actually,
need to...
lie, I have been in a box with someone from PLM because I've been in Angie's box. So I have, shit.
Understand is, Angie said today on her platform that PLM are pedlos. But the other day, a few weeks ago, or months ago, when she had Johnny in a box, they wasn't pedlos. But now you're accusing Dottie of being a pedlo and she's a mother. This is what I mean. Words are sometimes dangerous on this app, and you need to know how to use your words properly. And when I know something not to be true...
What's with the music? Now, I think the thing is with all this, right, is that you can have dark humour, but it goes so far. I have very dark humour. Everyone knows I have. But I will never, ever joke about anything to do with a child getting raped. That's one thing I would never, ever do. Like, there's got to be a limit to it. And it's the thing is with dark humour, you have to know who the people are that you can have that with. You can't just go around spouting it all over the app knowing that you're going to offend people. But I would not say at all that PLM is dark humour and that sitting in boxes with them, making jokes about rape and 6-year-olds is okay at all. And I think I've seen another clip, I don't think I favourited it, where that boombox person was saying some vile stuff, and obviously I wouldn't be able to play it. That's why I didn't save it, because it would have got me banned. So whoever that is actively went round the app saying vile things about rape and things like that, and she still, I think part of me wants to just hope that Angie got them in the box to boost a platform, and even though that's still bad, because you should never platform people like that, I think that lucky, if you want to start, I'll dox you next, all your family as well. I think that when you have to have morals with these debates, I think. And to get them in the box knowing it's going to cause a stir and get all your views up is just insane. And I think, Holly, Angie's admitted on live that she was in the server. She's admitted it. That's how everyone knows she was in there, because she said she went in just to be nosy and like scout it out and see what was going on in there. It's just, yeah, it's not right. It's too far. Like, you've got to remember, Angie sat on live and said that Jimmy Savile didn't do anything wrong. Now, this is all kind of adding up now. I wouldn't want to go in and see anything like that. Like, that wouldn't be for me, but she sat there and, like, tried to justify Jimmy Savile saying he's innocent. Oh, like, what? Like, that man literally preyed on children, vulnerable children. Some of the signs were all there, and it was, like, hidden in plain sight. And she said she's booyaked her dad, a dog. And then it starts making me wonder that if all these things she said are actually true. And I hope Miss Pineapple knows more. I hope Miss Pineapple knows everything that Angie's done. Because I believe that Angie has done something with a dog. To me, like, she's that tapped, she would. And that's what's concerning about it. I just burped. But I think Miss Pineapple knows a lot. And then Angie's realised that she can't cover for Pineapple anymore. She's had to come out with it all to protect her own platform because she had Corey up against her. Because as we've all noticed, Corey's clearly now got a bigger platform than Angie. Angie would never admit that, but he has. And Corey probably would have it in her to have it in him even, to turn people against Angie and get the information out there. And I think that's why she felt like she had to out Pineapple, because she knew Corey would bring her platform down and he would go on about it constantly. So she was left in like a situation where she had no choice. And in the process now, Pineapple's fuming because they clearly had secrets between them. And now Pineapple's going to come out with all of it. It's insane. Like, can this be a sign? Can we all just stop trusting strangers on the internet? Because that is all they will ever be, is strangers on the internet. It has, hasn't it, Queen Kimmy? When I first came on, like, just, a year and a half ago, it was so lovely and, like, rainbows and butterflies, and, like, I just used to have a laugh with people. Holly, I'm getting rid of Holly because she's annoying and she's on a fake account anyway, guys. Bye, Holly. Anyway. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of dirty secrets between all these creators, and it's all finally coming to light on them all. Apparently Canadian Angie's coming out with it, I don't know. Yeah, exactly, they're not really anyone to look up to, this is the thing. Like, I wouldn't sit there as a teenage girl, watch Angie on live and think, oh my god, I strive to be like that woman when I'm older. Like, what? It's insane. And I think you can't get cancelled, but you can definitely cancel yourself. And I genuinely don't believe that she's got as much support as she thinks she has. I think, she gets good views, but most of them very much dislike her and they're just watching her. And I think that's crazy. That I just can't... I couldn't even sit and hate watch somebody because I just... When I dislike them, I dislike them. I don't even want to hear their voice. Yeah, 100% Lisa. I do think Pineapple was right in what she said. I think Angie has got a lot of trauma, but that does not make this behaviour okay. And I think that a lot... Look how many people have supported Angie in the past and then turned their back on her because of her behaviour. And it's only a matter of time. And I get it, when you lose one follower, a new one comes along anyway. A new supporter turns up and watches you and likes you, and then you do something wrong, they'll stop watching and another new one comes along. And it's like a vicious cycle. But we all have... Yeah, exactly, Sarah. That's what I was just about to say. We all have some sort of trauma. And it shouldn't determine the person we become in our character. And I think the problem here is that she's confided too much in people on the app, and there's certain people she has to keep happy now. And it does make me wonder, does Corey have something on her as well? Because the way she switches on Corey like crazy and then she wants to be best friends again with him the next day, it's just crazy to me. You've got to think, even Zia and Cheryl in my chat now, they supported her a lot. And then they saw through it all. I think Zia, was it when the Rickster stuff happened, when she said Rickster spiked her and you stuck up for Rickster, didn't you? Because Zia was like, it's wrong, you can't say that. Because she told Zia that it never happened, but she's going to tell everyone on the app that it did. So Zia stuck up for Rickster and was like, you can't do that, and just left. and didn't want anything to do with her after that. So then she went on a hate campaign saying that she got rid of Zia's this and that, because Zia told her she couldn't make up an allegation like that against a man who was innocent. And then then when people lie about things like that, everything they say, you just don't believe it anymore. It's honestly, it's crazy. And to put that on a man's name is so bad. I don't know who Hannah is. I don't know what they're on about. Who's Hannah? You can't win, Zia. No, you can't win. That's the problem. And I'll always defend Zia, and I've told her I will defend her because I know Zia very well. I don't know how much she spoke to Angie. I don't know how much she spoke to other creators off the app. But the Zia I see is a complete different Zia to what everyone makes her out to be. She's absolutely lovely. And the worst part is that if Zia went in Angie's live right now, sent her a uni, she'd be best friends with Zia again. She'd make her mod, she'd be chatting to her, she'd be telling everybody not to be horrible to her. And 100% that's what she'd do. Because it's nothing to do with anything Zia's done to her, because Zia's done nothing to her. It's because Zia doesn't support her and gift her anymore. And I think that's just the crazy part of it all the like wild stories they make up about her, saying she's done this and that, she gifts men for pictures and things like that. Like, it's crazy. She never once asked me for a picture, so I'm offended. Oh, 100% Sharon, Jojo will be next. Yeah, she'll be turning on Jojo. And the thing is, I look at it and I don't know how Eternity takes what she does of her. Because she's so horrible to Eternity, but she must just be like a really kind woman who's just too forgiving. Because if I was her, I'd be saying no. Hannah? Is this the Hannah I think it is? The one that... Is she Scottish? Oh, different Hannah. I thought it was going to be the other Hannah. Eternity's the worst. See, I've only spoke to Eternity like off the app once when I was in a group call with Angie, Eternity and Levi. And she seemed really nice, but she seemed like she was more like Angie's carer. Like, she was like, I need this sorting for Angie. I need you to do this for Angie and help her with this. And I just don't get it. And that's the other thing, Ziana's a mother. If Ziana continues to sit with Angie after all this comes out about the PLM stuff, and that it comes out the things that Angie said, I'm questioning Ziana there on all her life choices. I think Lynn's has a court case coming up, doesn't she, against somebody, so maybe that's why she's off, but I think she's just saw through. Because you've got to remember, Rickster doxed Lynn's, didn't he? And then Lynn's was an Angie diehard, like she'd support Angie so much. And then obviously Rickster doxed her, and then Angie's let him in the box and been best friends with him again. So it is a bit of a kick in the teeth for her, isn't it? Because Lynn's would literally go in everyone's lives, jumps in the box and defend Angie with a soul. She would not allow anyone to talk badly of her. So I personally think she's took a step back from her, 100%, yeah. What's my opinion on Smiles? I think she's weird. I don't like Smiles. I think lying about having kids to get Christmas presents for them, and your kids are like 30 is wild. But they've all notice how all these people who are like insane all sitting with Angie in her room because they're literally rejects. Nobody wants them. Because I know for a fact if Smiles was in my lives and acting like that, I'd be like, get out. If I found out that. She's called Elusive Smiles, Colette. I think they're all very strange, and I think if you can sit there in that live, defend that woman with the stuff that comes out of her mouth, and don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect, no one's perfect, but Angie's like a rinse and repeat. It's the same shit every day. As soon as she has a drink, she does it again. As soon as she has another drink, she does it again. She doesn't apologise, she carries on. And like, who can be arsed with that? I can't say a bad word about Tama. She was, oh, that's really nice, Cassie. Yeah, you can be insane and still have morals, exactly. Like, don't get me wrong, I've got people in my family who are like, but they still have morals. They wouldn't approve anything else going on.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get in the studio, so.
Why?
Because I ain't been able to afford it.
Big up, Sid. Wait,
I'm sure I'm still not well.
You see with
Big
your
up,
mic and
Ruben,
your
thank you.
roadcaster, can you record demos at home?
What, through the roadcaster?
Mm.
Well, yeah, you can do, but the problem is that it does come with like a funny buzz. Are you using Logic?
Yeah, Logic, yeah. Yeah, Logic. Yeah, Logic Pro.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because like when I'm recording, I use that one.
I love that. That's Aston. That's
Spirit.
Oh, I loved. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? That is the most affordable, good quality mic, isn't it? That's like the closest to an expensive.
He's just violated it. That's an affordable, good quality mic. It's affordable. Basically, it's shite. It's cheap.
Mic that you're gonna get, but it's not expensive. Do you know what I mean?
Look at
How much did you pay for that?
Enough.
I paid like 300 for my one when I got mine. Is that a better one then?
Oh my god. Look at so Lucy, right? To me, and I'm gonna be brutal here, if you can't afford studio time and you are so desperate to get in the studio and make a go at your music career, instead of sitting on TikTok all day and making nothing, why don't you get a job? I know many people in the music industry who work 9 to 5 and then do like shows on a weekend and stuff, and they do all the studio stuff on a weekend or on an evening after work. Why the hell are you not just doing that instead of trying to manipulate everyone into gifting you? You're sat on live moaning about having no money. Do you think that's going to make people gift you? Because it's not. Like, they're just going to think, oh, shut up, Lucy, we're sick of hearing this. I wonder how many views she had when she was doing this. Oh, I hate when they crop the views out. Reese on 18k and she's on 500 and something in the battle. Like, stop battling, because I feel like these battlers, right, they only go so far with the battles and then they just fall off. Because people support them loads and then they start seeing that these battles are like, they're making loads of money and they get like, oh my God, I'm gifting them and they're earning more than I earn. So then they stop because they think, fuck that, I'm not lying in their pockets when they're just sat there doing nothing and getting like all that money. Thank you, Randall's darling. Right, everyone, let's push popular while it's gone midnight, yeah? Just send popular votes and heart me's, please. Her music is shocking, yeah. And she's a snake. She's such a snake. Like, she does so much behind the scenes and then cries about it and plays victim. It's so funny. Where was the top 4? Where was it? Top 40 Antarctic. She has got a really... She's so pissed off. It's lovely watching her face, you know, when she gets pissed off.
Your mic and your roadcaster, can you record demos at home?
What, through the roadcaster?
Well done, Randall.
Well, yeah, you can do, but the problem is that it does come with like a funny buzz. Are you using Logic?
Yeah, Logic, yeah. Yeah, Logic. Yeah, Logic Pro.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because like when I'm recording, I use that one.
I love that. That's Aston. That's
Spirit.
Oh, I loved. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? That is the most affordable, good quality mic, isn't it? That's like the closest to an expensive mic that you're going to get, but it's not expensive. Do you know what I mean? How much did you pay for that?
Enough.
I paid like 300 for my one. When I got mine.
Yeah.
Is that a better one then?
Yeah, Lucy's very snaky.
Yeah, I haven't.
Her face just gets me every time. She does things behind the scenes. So basically, right, she gave me Talia's address. Someone messaged me Talia's address because I did want to send her a glitter bomb. But then she called me wanting me to out Chester. Was on a group call with me and Levi wanting us to like out all this information on Chester, and I said, oh, just for the record, like you were friends with Talia, weren't you? Is this her address? And she confirmed it on the call. She was like, yeah, she held a number up to like what number house it was, like her fingers. And she's like, you didn't hear that from me though. Thank you, Zia. She's like, you didn't hear that. Thank you. Oh my God, I didn't realise how big of a gift that was. Thank you. She's like, you didn't hear that from me though. And we were like, okay. And then literally like a couple of days later, she was like, I've just been and given, sorry, I have to let you know, I've given a statement to the police with Talia because you've got her address and all this. And I was like, you gave me it. Like, what the fuck? I was like, you crazy woman. I was like, you're the reason I've got it. Thank you, Zia. Oh, God. That was, I like the popular gifts like that. They're really pretty. Thank you, Zia. Oh, just pink Kate. Hello, Kate. Thank you. Yeah, she tried to get everyone. She asked Corey. She asked Luke. Apparently, Luke said send it to Sophie and Levi because he probably knew it wasn't viable and he wanted to, like, out us on the clips. But there was no way, like, there was no evidence that these accounts trolling her were Chester. But she was certain it was, and it was just crazy. And I was like, I looked through all the evidence she sent me. She sent me about 50 screenshots. And I was like, they're just random screen recordings. There's no context to them. But she was like, I want Chester, but I like Chester, so there's no way I was bringing Chester down. Do you know what I mean? I'm biased now. Thank you, Evil Spy. She has lost the plot. What's an infinite heart? I don't even know what that is, Randall's. But yeah, she's so unlikable. And then she blocked me after. And I was like, what are you on about? You gave me your address. I was, what, are you scared of Talia's going to break your nose again? Because apparently Talia caught Lucy in bed with her ex-boyfriend. So they were friends. And Talia found out that Lucy had been sleeping with her ex and that's why she broke her nose. I don't know how true that is, but that's what someone told me. What's this? Right, where should we start? Oh, I don't like this. Let's play this. This annoyed me.
30k followers. So I'm gonna, whoever wins, I'm gonna give 30,000 coins to on the live.
Oh, really? A lion? Don't do that. Don't be ridiculous.
No, it's Sam the whale.
So this guy's saying that when he hits 30k followers, he's giving away a 30,000 coin gift to somebody. How sweet.
30k is a lot, darling. That's
£300. It's to say thank you because I never even thought I'd have like 10k followers and to get 30k is mental.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm telling you now, do not do that. If anything, give them 5k. Don't give them 30. That's way too much.
People have already entered, so I have to do it now.
Darling, God bless you, darling. But don't be working for nothing. There's no point you doing all this.
But like these last 2 days, I've done it already. So
don't let guys make him change it. Don't take his poor money. Oh, Mama Cass, darling. Thank you, darling.
Come on.
Big up, Mama Cass, darling. I wasn't expecting that, Mama Cass, darling.
Not disclosed. Thank you so much.
We'll have all the whales.
Not disclosed. Thank you, everyone gifting. Thank you so much. Wow. I won't. It will happen.
Thank you so much, Mama Cass. You listen.
Thank you so much. Wow. 4.8k till ranks. 5k to dailies. With 5k off dailies.
Dan, thank you, Dan, as well.
She just can't be like pleasant to someone. Like, he's getting 30k followers, he's close to hitting it. He wants to give a £300 gift away to someone out of the kindness of his own heart. And she's like, oh, don't do that. Let him do what he wants. Crazy.
I missed you. Don't worry, I'll be back soon, man. Like, I'm just moving into a banging yard in London, sweetheart. Sorry for lying. But yeah, I've been in the country and I'm going back to London tomorrow. And I've got a banging apartment in London. So yeah.
Has she got a napkin on her head? And then a hood up? Is that a napkin? You know, like at like a restaurant, you get like a cloth one.
Roots, darling. So I'll be back in London, but I won't be in a council flat. I'll be in a penthouse. Oh! Absolutely. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm fucking everyone's heads up. Yeah. I think it's brilliant.
There's a fly in this room and it's pissing me off. Don't know where it's gone.
So, get affected. Think I need all these trolls on my page? All these haters, all these FYPs, all these
Hi, pink troll.
fucking dusty people. Like, absolutely not. Literally just block everyone. Good, I hope you all know now, because now you can't watch me. They'll all be going crazy. They're gonna be like, oh my god, she's blocked us all. Can you see the live? No, I can't see it. I've found out who you all are. It's just a lot of you little rats. I've got people working in the background. Yeah. And anyone that threatens to do anything to me, it's all being recorded, so because the police know what I'm going through right now. So no one's lying. They know I've got people that are stalking me, like literally harassing, stalking me.
I've bought a liquid blusher instead of a fucking lip gloss. Shit.
Trying to put my life in danger, trying to do this, trying to do that. So they're taking it very seriously. They have to take, well, I just have to keep sending everything into them, you see.
No, I didn't. I've just remembered. I bought this to use as a contour, I think. Because it's like, it's quite dark. I think that's why I bought it.
All the screens, everything. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a fucking nightmare, but what can you do? You've got to protect yourself, innit? Thank you, Sarah J.
She would never fucking... I still stand by what I said. She's going to go straight back to that flat. She's going to say, oh no, I just didn't want to leave. Didn't want to leave, I wanted to stay. So I ordered loads of stuff because I'm off for brunch next week, so I wanted some new makeup. But obviously I've bought an extra dark fake tan because I'm going to go very dark for it. So I needed to make sure I had darker makeup. I've ordered some new foundation as well. Oh, 100%. She's just having the kitchen done. She feels shit. And she goes on about how she can't walk the streets and that people recognise her all the time. We've seen her walk in the streets on live for hours and hours on end. And she may be, I think one live she was out. We know when she drew up, had that tint on her eyebrows, and she was out for ages. And she literally got recognised once or twice. You're not famous. You're infamous. She was crying as well.
No, because you hurt me the most, EQ, because you were supposed to be my mate. It's just...
Oh, I like that colour.
Like, you don't even realise I was your only mate on this fucking app. I was your real friend, a real friend. I went fake. And that's what hurts me more. I thought you were fucking Tiffany's ring, you bitch. I was a real friend to you. And that's what hurts me more than anything. Can't even relax. Scared to death to show anything, do anything. Can't even do my TikTok short videos. Can't do that. It looks shit with the green screen. It don't look right. It looks terrible. I have to stay in London, innit? Because, you know, but just not in that flat. But I have to stay in London because London, I'm more undercover. I'm too famous to go out of London. It's just too much. I have to be in a big city to hide. I'm going to a gated apartment in London somewhere, yeah? So there we go.
A gated apartment. She needs to be in a padded cell.
But I'll be around rich people.
Rich people? A prison? Yeah, the gates of prison. Rich people. I honestly feel like this is another one that's just delusional. Like, it's insane. People actually, yeah, but the worst thing is people believe her as well. Like, people who sit in her lives are like, oh, I'm happy for you that you've got this new place, that you had a mansion in Cornwall. And they all believe it, everything she says. Like, how insane can you be? She wanted a loan off King K. Oh, God. Well, she was saying about King K, wasn't she? She was saying, oh, instead of, because he did like a subscriber thing where one of his subscriber wins £10,000. She was like, you should just be giving it to me, darling. You shouldn't be giving it to someone else. There's people out there who need it. You'd piss it up the wall. There's people, that could be like a once in a lifetime holiday for like a single parent or a low income family. Like, what the fuck? It's not all about you. I like that colour. This lipstick, it's called Rolling. It's made by Mitchell. Rolling. What a nice, it's like a nice beigey pink colour. No, brown pink.
Thank you. I wish I could just delete that. I swear to, I'd love to just delete everything. That's how I feel. I just want to delete everything, just disappear.
Just out of curiosity, guys, if somebody got in touch and was like, I'm giving you £10,000, what would you spend it on? I mean, I'm intrigued what people would spend it on. Tell me in the chat.
Crazy, isn't it? I wish I could just delete it. But it's my job, unfortunately. I'm going to be fucked if I do that, because how am I going to make money?
To delete CLA, pay off my debts, holiday, carpet, oh, deposit for a house. Fucking I needed more than that, Connor. A new car for my granddad. Land. I would start up a charity. Oh, Rachel, this fucking fly! Not in the mood. Oh, thank you, Zia. Oh, Izzy, I didn't see you'd sent a star as well. Thank you, Izzy. Guys, if we could keep going with the popular votes, they're only one coin. If you've got a coin, thank you. Do you know what I get? I get a new car because I don't know if I'm gonna get a Pip Ferrari or not because of my son. But if I don't, I'd just have to get a car with it. But I wouldn't be able to get a Ferrari. So I don't know what I get. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Zia. Thank you, everyone. I don't know what I'd get. I'd maybe invest half of it and then just use £5,000 towards a car. Because to me, there's no point buying brand new. I've never like financed a car because what's the point? They just go down in value. You're paying for a car that's not even worth that anymore. So I've always bought my cars outright. And like even when I had the Range Rover, that was secondhand. When I bought it, it was like 8k. When I sold it, it was like 4k. It's just not worth it. So the car I've got now, I only paid 1,600 for, 1,600, and it's a tin can, but it does its job. I don't see the point in having flash cars unless you get them for free. So, if anyone wants to buy me a Ferrari, but I do need a big. I think I'd get a caravan because what I want to do is get a clapped out old caravan and then renovate it and make it all pretty inside. Because I love doing stuff like that. And I'd get a caravan, I'd do it all up, and then I'd get a car that I could have a tow bar on, because obviously I was going to get a caravan off Facebook Marketplace. Someone was selling one for £600 the other day. But then I thought, how am I going to move it? My Fiat 500 won't move that. It's crazy. What was I thinking? So I'm going to have to wait till I've got a bigger car and then maybe get a caravan. Yeah, if I get If I get a new car, you can have my Fiat, but it's fuck Kate. I put some new wheel trim things on it because they were knackered. Caravan. Is that how you say it? Caravan? So I wouldn't need new teeth because I'm quite blessed with nice teeth. I've looked after them and had braces and things. Has Adam got a big car? No, he's not got a big enough car to pull a caravan. My dad used to have a 4x. This fucking fly, I swear to God. If I open the window, do you think it'll just go? I'm opening the patio doors too, so it's stressing me out. Go! Shoo! I think it's gone. Right, if it flies past me again, I'm going to scream. Right. It's fucking annoying me. But yeah, my dad used to have a 4x4 and then he got rid of it and just shares a Fiat 500 with my stepmom. Because my dad don't got any money. He said he'd get me a new car when he retires, but that's in like 3 years. I don't think my car will last that long. He said I'll use, because he's got 2 pensions, and he said he's got one that he can get all the payment up front, and then the other one he can get monthly or something. Yeah, I just went, go! So he said I think he said what we were gonna do was get the one-off big payment in one go, then drop his hours at work to part-time, so he just works like 3 hours a day, and then when he gets to like a bit older, he's gonna stop working and then get the monthly one. I don't know, he was in the army, so he's got like an army pension and then he's got a civvy pension as well. I don't know how it all works, but yeah, I had a really good pension at my old job.
Look, are you really surprised by Angela for one? She's sitting there saying she's been for breakfast with me once. That's a lie.
Oh my God.
But I'm sitting there listening to both of you. I don't care. Like, people,
you know what, Max? It's not about...
People's morals are different, do you know what I mean? I stand by what I stand with. Billy will tell you. All right, as long as people don't start... If I put stuff out there, people can say what they like. But when they sit there and lie, Alicia, you can bet your life I'm going on my live and I'm putting everybody straight. I don't care.
That's what it is, Max. It's the fact that she's like... I know you don't give a shit if she says you've never met it before in your life, so I know you don't care. But the point is, she sat there and she's blatantly lying and people are lapping it up. But if you're going to have this energy for Billy... have the same energy for Angie because she's done the same.
Yeah, but
didn't she just go for breakfast with Max like a couple of weeks ago? Because I remember her talking about it on live, saying I'll meet you in the morning for breakfast.
The thing, there are people in there saying to her, no, Ange, Max went to the hospital with you. You met Max when your dog died. You da-da-da-da-da. Well, that's more in when I went to school, hospital, when her dog died, a couple of other times. That's more than one. But, you know...
You know your real life friends. I don't know why she sat there lying like there's not a screen record on screen record.
Sarah, you know if Angie left the house, she's wearing the Margaret Thatcher jacket.
You in her box?
Like, it's Angie. It goes over my head. Do you know what I'm saying?
You'll be out for breakfast with her next week.
Oh, no, I'm busy, love. I've got more things going on than worrying about what Angie's...
That's boring.
Some people might. But she is fearing for her own safety and she's been crying a lot. Some of you might say, good, that's your opinion. Right now, I'd be messaging her just to make sure that she's not going to do anything stupid. Which I hope she doesn't do anything stupid. And that's all I can say, really. Obviously, I don't condone her behaviour, but I don't want her to do anything stupid at the same time. Is she going live? I don't think she feels safe going live, but I said to her, look,
talking about Marcus
M's, if you go live, that's your choice. I obviously don't know who Lindsay is. I barely even seen the video. I've seen like a brief second or two of it. I think I saw 30 seconds of it, and I generally couldn't watch the rest of it. Because I do agree, it was wrong, chat. You know, you can't do that. But I will say this. Ems has also said down the
Why does he talk like a baby? I will say this, the, TH, this, not this. It sounds like my toddler.
that she apologises, obviously, and that she was wrong in the voice note that she sent to me while crying and being very upset and scared for her own safety. Okay? She obviously knows that she did wrong. I know it was too little too late. People would say too little too late and people will go against her. But at the end of the day, people will still watch Ems, yeah? A lot of people will still watch Ems tonight or tomorrow night or whenever. You guys will. You guys will still troll her and you guys will still watch her. And there will probably be thousands of people who watch her. We'll see who watches her. As I say, I don't condone the behaviour that she did. It was horrible. But I also don't want her to do something stupid to herself. You know, because at the end of the day, she has family as well. And they will want her to still be here, you know? Some people might. But she is fearing for her own safety and she's been crying.
So basically last night, I'm not going to play the clip because I think it's viral, but I think there's a clip of her in Angie's box. She I don't know why it all started with her and Lindsay. I'm not sure, I wasn't there for that bit. I've not seen clips of the start. All I've seen is the part when Ems outed her for going to food banks and struggling, and Ems had sent Lindsay £50. If I'm right, I think Lindsay proved she sent her £25 back. And I think that she tried saying she didn't, and Lindsay showed the receipts to show that she did send her £25 back. And then she then went on to talk about the trauma that Lindsay's child had been through and blamed her and said it was her fault, which is so wrong. Like, it's disgusting. And then did she go off and then come back on and she'd SH'd? I think there's a lot of debates. I've seen it on Mr. Madness, big up Mr. Madness. There's a lot of debates that it wasn't real blood. Now, we don't know that. We weren't there, so I can't sit there and say that's fake, that's real, because I'm not there. I can't see it. To be honest, I'm not convinced. But I think to then say it was Lindsay's fault why her child went through something is absolutely insane. Like, it's crazy. Because it's not her fault. These things happen and they shouldn't happen. And if Lindsay's had the courage to confide in her because she felt like she was friends with her, and for her to then use it against her in an argument, like, who needs friends when who needs enemies even when your friends are like this? Like, this is what I mean, like, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Yeah, there was I think there was like 4K in there when I saw. But apparently Brett's showing messages. I've just seen a message that Ems has sent Lindsay, right? And it says, "You won't answer my call, so I'm going to send this last message to you. I just want you to know that I'm so sorry for saying what I did last night. I honestly never meant for that to come out. But the way she was acting, she was disgusted. She was like letting your kid get booyacked and was doing like stuff like that. Like, it was vile. I was blackout. I'm not making up excuses. I was blackout drunk. I couldn't even remember the argument this morning." She definitely could. I crossed the line last night and I know there's no coming back from that. I was absolutely vile, horrible and disgusting, but I'm truly sorry for what I had said. I know you're not okay and you've probably been in bits all day over this. I know apologising won't help or change anything, but it's all I can do. I'm not sure why you'd think I'd come on tonight and speak about you again. You know deep down I'm not like that. Well, I hope you do. You've known me for over a year. So this woman has been friends with her for over a year and she used that against her. It's not like they were friends for a month. And even then, it's not okay. But she's obviously known her a long time. Well, I hope that you do. You've known me for over a year. So no, I won't be speaking about you. Not tonight, not ever. I hope that gives you some peace of mind because I heard you were worried that I'm going to speak on you again. That's not the case. Well, I think the damage is done. And you've said what you've said now. So I think the only reason she's not going to speak on it is because she knows all the hate she'll get for it. And she should never speak on it. That should never have been brought up in the first place. And if that was me personally, if I was Lindsay, I would not be accepting that apology. I'd be saying do one. But I think this is her in Angie's box.
Gonna sit there and, out her for all her flaws. She showed her true colours last night. That for me, that speaks volumes. I don't need to sit here and slate her and,
Yeah.
do whatever to her, but
Yeah.
I just want to kind of, without going into too much, because obviously it's a bit of a sensitive subject, but I just kind of want to, say my bit, because I was so upset last night that I couldn't really, express much. But so I went to Ems in confidence. I've been her mod for a year and a half. I did class her as one of my close friends. We spoke pretty much 5 days a week, for 2 hours at night time, or she would even ring me sometimes in the morning. I'm not going to sit here and say that she hasn't ever helped me out. Yes, she has. But as I have her, that's what friends do.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't get. So going from one drunk's life to another. So now you're confiding in Angie. They're probably the next worst person to confide in.
It all started because she didn't think the mods were doing a very good job, so she unmodded us all. I put a comment in our mod chat and I just said, if that's how you feel, I'm really sorry. No hard feelings, take me off. I'm sorry I wasn't good enough. I hope you find someone else, blah, blah, blah. So then I go back on the live. She needed to do something, so she called my name. I said, yes, I'm here. She was like, can you jump in the box? So I jumped in the box. And I don't know if anyone's been in the live, but when she goes off, she normally takes Faith out. It's, nothing bad. I play I Spy with everyone. It just gets everyone involved. It's something silly that I do. People seem to enjoy it. Anyway, I done all that. She came back upstairs.
Exactly.
We had a bit of a chat. She asked me to block someone, which I said, I don't have the mod powers. You've taken the mod off me. So she put the mod stuff back on. Everything seemed fine. I said it was about 20 to 4 in the morning. I said, I am going to have to drop now because, she knows I've got to take my son to school. But the thing is, last night she was very clever because the one thing I never ever wanted to bring into TikTok was that I had a child. And she done that last night. As well as what else she done that last night. So yeah, I sent a message saying, sorry I had to come off. My eyes are stinging, I've got to be up in the morning, which she knows. And that was that. She tried to ring me. She sent a message, which I didn't see, but she deleted it. And then the following evening, she didn't come live. I didn't speak to her. Then last night she came live. I joined the live like normal. I was muting. And because she saw my name and that I was muting people, that's when she said, you might as well stop what you're doing. I don't like you. You know exactly who I'm talking to. And there's only one mod she speaks to like that.
Thank you, Livewire.
So I jumped in the box and I thought, no, I'm not going to have this no more. There's been times before that we've fell out and I've kind of held my silence and not brought it on the app, even though she said stuff about me on the app. I couldn't be bothered with it, but I thought, no, this time, you know, I'm going to say something. So I joined the box and I was like, what's all this about? And then she just started going off. And then it just escalated. But you'll notice that not once did she said the worst of the worst last night, and not once did I out anything of her. I've had threats all day. I've had her sending me very disturbing images last night, blaming me for it. I'm sorry. Wow. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
You're the one that said it, and you were expected to get. I don't honestly know what she expected to get from it, but the whole chat, you know, turned. They were all like on my side. They couldn't believe what had come out of her mouth, and I think that's why maybe she's done it. I don't know.
It was I believe it was for sympathy.
Thing is, Connor, there's nothing on him that's not already been outed. She's been outed a million times on the app, and no one seems to care. The thing is, she doesn't really make money on here. I don't think. I'll have a look how much she makes on TikTok, but I don't think she really makes that much.
She realised what she said to you, and she didn't want it to be on you. She wanted to be on herself, where people felt sorry for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just say that it was none of your fault? What she said was sick.
Well, the thing is, like, without going into too much, what happened, he wasn't even in my care. He was in... Me and his dad have split up. He was in his...
I mean, she makes like 40, 50 quid a night. But to be fair, is that a lot to say she's on live literally all night, just drunk? I don't know, battling? I wouldn't say so.
Dad's care.
Are you okay explaining this though, Lindsay?
Yeah. I didn't actually know if I was going to join the box, and please don't think I'm...
She had quite a lot of subs, I think.
Like doing it. But I've had so many messages, and I don't want people to think that what she said is right. I know a lot of people don't anyway. But, yeah, I just wanted to...
Yeah, Anna, definitely.
Across, really.
Yeah.
And just say, like, he wasn't actually in my care. And the thing is, he was protected so much, he didn't know what the A word was. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I don't want to get you in trouble.
What's the A word?
Don't say it. Yeah.
No, but you know
what that A word is either. But
okay, SA. He didn't know what SA was. It was only because they'd done a workshop at the school, the NSPC workshop, and he went to one of the support people after and said, I think I've been SA'd. So he didn't know what it was, and that's why I didn't know. Because he didn't know what it was. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And as soon as I did, believe me,
it's the inactivity thing that comes up after a while when you're on the PC. It comes up saying you need to do a puzzle.
In all precautions to protect my child.
When you say he didn't know what SA, you mean your child?
Yeah. He was 7 at the time.
Right.
Because of... Right, so when you think of SA, you think, like, you know, it's quite a... Oh, how can I say it? So how it happened, it wasn't, like, harsh. It wasn't, you know, he wasn't, like, pinned down or nothing. Nothing like that. So
I don't want to listen to this, guys. If you want to watch it, it's on all the tea on the FYP, but personally, I just don't feel like we need to be discussing all the fine details and listening to it, because I'm finding it really disturbing, and I've got kids, and I couldn't imagine that happening to my children, so I don't want to watch that. And I think no one should be confiding in anyone on TikTok, not on any social media platform. Confide in your family and close friends that you actually know in real life or a professional. Do not confide in strangers on this app, because that's just disgusting. I don't want to hear that.
Not once did she said the worst of the worst last night, and not once did I out anything of her. I've had threats all day. I've had her sending me very disturbing images last night, blaming me for it. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That's not my fault.
Yeah.
You're the one that said it, and you were expected to get. I don't honestly know what she expected to get from it, but the whole chat, turned. They were all like on my side. They couldn't believe what had come out of her mouth, and I think that's why maybe she's done it. I don't know.
It was I believe it was for sympathy, because she realised what she said to you, and she didn't want it to be on you. She wanted to be on herself, where people felt sorry for her.
I do agree with Angie there, but Angie, you also do the same. You say you're going to do this and that, you're going to do this and that when you do wrong. So that's why you think that, Angie, because you have the same mindset. And how many times has Angie been caught out when she says she goes, oh my God, my clapper, you all RP'd me, my clapper. I'm going to do this. I'm going to unalive myself. And it'll be on you guys. So, Angie has the same mindset. I know, I wish obviously Lindsay all the best. I think she needs to stay away. What's Rickster ranting about?
Now, misread, knowing what he said about my dead brother, what he said about my dead mum, all the videos he's played about my dead brother, airing stuff when you don't know him and to do that sick stuff. How misread can give him a platform is unreal, because
Yeah, Queen Camille, I'll add one in.
Do you think for 1 second, if somebody come in here and mocked the loss of Misred's daughter, or like the loss of Misred's brother or grandchild, I would give that person a platform? Do you think the Rickster would do that? I don't care how many numbers or if you...
Yes, you would, Rickster.
To you, I would say, listen, you piece of shit, you horrible vermin. Get the hell out of my box. I wouldn't care if me and Misred hated it. Get out of my box. Don't come anywhere near me. What you said about Misred's grandchild or daughter, I would go mental. How dare you mock the dead? How dare you mock Misred's dead daughter or child? You know what I mean? Just for clout, just because you don't like her. You know what I mean? She hadn't even buried a grandchild yet. She hadn't even buried a daughter. She hadn't even buried a brother. And then you want to come in and mock. Do you think I'm giving you a platform? And she gave him a platform in a box to speak about Angie. I don't care.
Does he not realise with these mics, like mine's here, you don't have to be like this. Like, how annoying is it now? You can hear me so... It's so annoying. Does he not realise they pick up sound from quite far away? I could stand at the other side of the room and talk and you'd hear it. Why does he have to lean in like that? I don't get it.
I would have been blocked. She's got 4.2 thousand people watching her. She can have anybody she wants. She can talk about M's,
mine lights
Evil Queen. But she didn't. She decided to get him, and that's a low blow to me. And for she fucking swear to God, I'm pissed off, man. And for her to turn around and say it was just because she was talking about Angie. She did it on purpose because she knows I hate this geezer.
Oh, look, it's gone green now.
I hate him. I hate him. She let him in on purpose because I spoke about her yesterday, and it was her way of kicking me in the balls. Letting this guy who spoke about my dead brother and my dead...
That's the worst part. He doesn't have one of these like shield guard things on, so you know that mic is dripping wet.
...dead mum. She's a piece of shit. I don't care what any of you say. Go over there and give you money. I don't give a fuck how many people she's got in the room, and I've got small numbers. I don't care. But she let him in. I would never...
He's talking about Miss Red. See, are you listening to these clips? He's talking about Miss Red when she put Billy in the box.
My life, Donna, and you know this. Let any...
This is Luke the Judge Part 2.
Man or woman in the box who'd mock the death of your grandchild, your daughter, your husband, anyone. I would never allow it. I don't care if you don't get on. You know me, and I'd never do that. But you want to do that? Give this man a fucking platform.
He's not talking about DG. He's talking about putting Billy in the... It's nothing to do with DJ. Thank you, Jess. Oh, God. Controlling runs in the family, definitely.
Listen to him. In your box, I've known what he said about my family. And I misread...
You've got to remember as well, like, Rickster tried platforming a child to say they were groomed. He tried to get the child to say he was scared of Chelsea. Remember that? I know obviously they've sorted things out, but you've also done things, Rickster, and platform people and tried to platform people. So can we all just remember that? I'm not saying what Red's done is right, but at the end of the day, it's her platform and she can platform who she wants. No one... Hello, EQ Minx. She has no loyalties to you, Rickster. By the sounds of it, her and Luke don't even have loyalties to each other now. So, and do you know what I found funny was when she was going, I have supported Rickster. I've messaged him to check he's okay. Then read out messages from 2023. I think what Rickster meant was recently, with what's gone on, not 2 years ago. But yeah, I feel like he wasn't going on to mock anything. He was going on to clear his name from something that was being said about him that wasn't true. That's the difference. It's not like she was platforming him to slate him. And I think people have to remember that. It's all about context. And I think that's why I can't seem to understand why Luke is so mad, because he wasn't going on to do that. He was going on to clear his name for something he was being accused of that he hadn't done. Does that make the stuff he's done okay? No, but that wasn't what the conversation was about. Save that for another day if you want to talk about that. But I see it from both points of view. Like, I can see why Rickster's mad, but what loyalties does Miss Red have to Rickster? She texted Levi a couple of weeks ago saying Rickster's a prick. By the way, I think Rickster's a prick. And then she blocked Levi not long ago because Levi told everyone on live about it. Like, Talia and Rickster have both slagged off Red's platform in the past, but then wanted to use it when they were getting grief on the app as a way to, because they obviously know it's a bigger platform and they'll get the views and they might get the support. Backfired, they didn't. But, I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like I don't really open boxes purely because you get banned for what people in the boxes say now, and I'm just not even bothered. Like, I'm not losing my income because some nitty wants to argue in the box. That's on them, go do it elsewhere. And then I'll just review the clip. But she openly has the boxes open. So, you know, it's same with Luke. He lets people in the box when they're being spoken about. Apart from me that one time he spoke about me. Wouldn't let me in. I went in the live and he just blocked me as soon as I joined and was like, get out, Sophie. I was like, you've just spoke about me. Allow me to have my say. You're lying. He didn't.